She laughed at me for being pathetic after the divorce, until the bank revealed I was worth $47 million. I stood outside the courthouse with nothing but the clothes on my back, and a manila envelope filled with legal documents that said I'd officially lost everything. My wife had just walked away with our $3.4 million mansion, half of everything I owned, and a smug smile as if she'd just won a game. As we walked out through the heavy glass doors, she leaned in close. I thought maybe she'd offer a soft word, perhaps about the years we'd shared, but she didn't. She locked eyes with me and whispered, "You're pathetic." That word stung more than any legal argument her lawyer made in court. She left with Hank, my best friend since my 20s. He didn't even glance back. That night I pulled my truck behind a diner off Route 9, curled up in the driver's seat, trying to piece together where I'd gone wrong. Around midnight my phone rang. Unknown number. I nearly let it go to voicemail, but something urged me to answer. A calm voice on the other end said, "Mr. Elridge, we've been trying to reach you for 15 years. This is the Gallon Private Banking Group in Zurich. We believe you are the rightful heir to an account belonging to Roy Elridge." I froze. My Uncle Roy had vanished nearly 2 decades prior. The voice then read an account number and paused. "Mr. Elridge, the balance in this account is $47 million. My heart was still pounding when the man added, "There's something else you need to know about how it got there. My name is Thomas Elridge. I'm 51 years old, and until recently I thought I had a solid life. I wasn't rich by most standards, but I worked hard to build something meaningful. I spent 30 years in construction, swinging a hammer, laying foundations with my own hands, earning every dollar with sweat and busted knuckles. I believed in loyalty and family, in waking up early and going to bed tired. I thought that was enough to keep a life together. Callie and I met as teenagers. I was 21 when we married. She had this fire in her eyes, a way of lighting up a room without saying a word. I fell for her fast and hard. We didn't have much back then. Just a 1-bedroom apartment near Poughkeepsie, some secondhand furniture, and big dreams. I'd take any construction job I could find: roofing, framing, remodeling. Callie worked at a diner during the day and studied nursing at night. We were a team in those early years. We celebrated our first tax return like it was a lottery win. We built our credit, bought a beat-up house, and poured everything into fixing it up. I'd work until my fingers bled, and she'd bring me lemonade and half sandwiches, sitting on the front porch talking about our future. I loved her. Truly. Eventually, I started my own crew. Word spread and I started landing bigger jobs, higher bids. One year, I landed a city contract that changed everything. We went from barely scraping by to actually having something substantial. That's when I surprised her with the mansion. It wasn't some flashy glass-covered palace. It was a classic brick estate. Ivy crawling up the sides, tall trees surrounding it like a fortress. In Westchester County. Quiet, peaceful, with 5 bedrooms, a wine cellar we never used, and a garden Callie said she'd fill with lavender but never did. Cost $3.4 million. I paid most of it in cash, financing the rest. I thought I was giving her a dream. She called it a real home. But something shifted after that. Callie started to change. She joined a country club group, then a charity board. Her hair was always perfectly done. She started talking more about wine tastings and less about quiet dinners at home. I chalked it up to growth. People change. I figured maybe I just needed to catch up. Still, I tried to keep our life simple. I spent weekends with my daughter Brandy. She's 23 now, a brilliant girl with my stubborn streak and her mother's sharp wit. We'd watch movies, walk the dogs, fish off the dock when we could. My mother Eileen still lives in the house I